Hello everybody. So I'm making videos on Mughal rulers lately on my channel, and in case you do not know, I already have made videos on Babur, Humayun and Akbar up till now. So if you wish, you can watch that video by clicking on the iCard button, or also you can check out the description box for the same. I'll provide the link there. Today I'm going to cover Jahangir in this video. So let's not make this intro any longer and quickly surf through the table of contents that we have. So very foremost, we will start this video by introducing, or we will have little bit of background to Jahangir's early life. Post that, we will see his ruling period. I mean, what all did he do in his 22 years of long ruling period. Then we will see what all achievements are listed under his name, and we will finally wrap up this video with his death and succession, who succeeded Jahangir. So let us proceed. So Jahangir was also known by the name of Nuruddin Muhammad Jahangir, and he was also lovingly known as Prince Salim, and was born on 31st August 1569. So dates might differ, somewhere it's months might differ, somewhere it's September, somewhere it's August. So we need not confuse, we just have to rely on the NCERT material. That's the most authentic one, I believe. Jahangir was born to Mughal ruler Akbar and Mariam-uz-Zamani, who is also known as Jodha Bai. So the parents of Jahangir were Akbar and Jodha Bai. Jahangir's reign spanned from 1605 to 1627. So this is very important. So he ruled for 22 long years. And Jahangir also one more thing, in case you do not know, I already have made a video on Akbar on my channel, and if you haven't watched that, please do, because as you know, this is a continuation of Mughal ruler series. So if you do not study in proper chronology in serial fashion, then understanding things might become little bit tough. So it is better if you can watch that video. I'll provide the link in the iCard button or in the description box below. So first you see, then come to Jahangir. Now let us proceed with the previous topic. So Jahangir had many wives, few of them being Noor Jahan, Shah Begum, Mallika Jahan, Bahar Banu Begum, etc. Now he also had many sons as well, and few of them are Khusro, Khurram, Jahandar, etc. And his most favorite was Khurram, who later on came to be known by his royal name Shah Jahan, and who also happens to ascend the throne post Jahangir's death. And he also had two daughters. Jahangir was greatly inspired by his guide, his mentor, Abdur Rahim Khane-Khana. So this person was Jahangir's mentor. He would always advise Jahangir in all the matters, and so he greatly respected and admired Abdur Rahim Khane-Khana. Now Jahangir was also very famous for his love life with Anarkali, and I do not believe if anybody is not familiar with this fact. So these were few basic information regarding the early life of Jahangir. Now we shall quickly see or learn about his reigning years, or the phase in which he ruled. So Jahangir was very, very desperate to ascend the Mughal throne, despite the fact that his father was still ruling. So when Akbar was ruling, Jahangir had become very desperate to come to the throne and lead the Sultanate, despite the fact that Akbar was still alive and was ruling the kingdom. So this also later on becomes one of the reasons for a clash between Jahangir and Akbar. A lot of trust issues and problems took place. In 1594, Akbar sent Jahangir to defeat Veer Singh Deo of Bundela and conquer the city of Orchha, and Jahangir was successful in doing the same. And as a result, and out of immense pleasure, Jahangir ordered the completion of Jahangir Mahal. So when Akbar sent Jahangir to defeat Veer Singh Deo of Bundela, Jahangir was victorious in doing that. So out of immense pleasure and to pamper himself, he ordered the completion of Jahangir Mahal. When Jahangir ascended the throne, after Akbar's death, he was 36 years of age. He tried to carry forward the due battles of his father, but he could not succeed completely. So when Jahangir ascended the throne at the age of 36, after Akbar's death, he tried to carry forward all the due battles of his father, but he was not entirely successful in doing that. Moving ahead, next point is Jahangir. Now there was a battle known as Battle of Bhairawal. So this took place between Jahangir and his not so favorite son Khusro. So what happened that Khusro also badly wanted to serve the Mughal throne, so he proceeded with the idea, and in this attempt what happened that Khusro's planning was disclosed and the revelation was made, and when Jahangir came to know about that, he took an immediate step and sent his army to keep an eye on him. And in that attempt, Khusro was defeated and he was also imprisoned. And I guess he was partially blinded even. Later on, Jahangir took the step to get back his eyesight, but to no avail. Also, during the fight between Khusro and Jahangir, Khusro was supported by the 5th Sikh Guru Arjan Dev, and this gesture was severely criticized by Jahangir, and as a consequence, Guru Arjan Dev was given sentence to death on account of treason. So, yes, in the clash between Khusro and Jahangir, Khusro was given support by 5th Sikh Guru called Guru Arjan Dev, and this was naturally not liked by Jahangir, and as a result Arjan Dev was hanged to death on account of treason. Also a very important point to be noted here, that at this point only, during the reign of Jahangir only, we saw the establishment of East India Company. So lot of traders had started coming to India and established their monopoly. Now Jahangir became hostile towards his eldest son, but he developed a liking towards his son Khurram, known as Shah Jahan. So Jahangir was actually very fond of Shah Jahan, because Shah Jahan would always advise him in certain matters and would also fight battles on behalf of Jahangir. He was the only one who disclosed Khusro's plan to Jahangir. So ultimately Jahangir had started developing a liking for Shah Jahan, but at the same time he became quite hostile towards his eldest son Khusro. Now Jahangir also had to, now it was not that Jahangir had to go through the fight with his son Khusro, but also he had to bear the revolt of his own son Shah Jahan, also known as Khurram. So Noor Jahan was one of the wives of Jahangir, and Shah Jahan had a feeling that she might come out as strong lead for the Mughal throne and can become a hindrance in his way to ascending the empire. So Shah Jahan started to suppress her and thus led a revolt against his own father. So he had a feeling, or he had a doubt, that Noor Jahan might become one of the able rulers for the throne of Mughal dynasty. So he was quite skeptical about that. So he had a feeling that she might create hindrance in his way to ascending the throne. So he started planning and plotting and stopping her, and thus this led to a clash or a rift between Jahangir and Shah Jahan. Now Battle of Mewar also took place. Now what happened, that Mewar was one of the territories in Rajasthan which Akbar could not conquer during his rule. So naturally the whole pressure was on the shoulders of Jahangir. So he had to conquer it. Hence Jahangir, there is a spelling mistake over here. Pardon me for that. So hence Jahangir started his military campaign against Rana Amar Singh of Mewar. Now Parvez, he was one of the sons of Jahangir. He was sent initially to gain control over the area, but he failed miserably. Later on Jahangir was sent, Later on Jahangir was sent, but initially Jahangir could also not succeed. But in his second attempt, he emerged victorious and he was successful in making Rana Singh surrender. As a result, a peace treaty was signed in 1615. So Jahangir also emerged victorious in this battle as well. Post Mewar campaign, what happened? Jahangir turned his eyes towards south, but in the south he was not very successful and again ended up signing a treaty there as well, and thus failing to have a complete control over southern regions of South India. So after Mewar campaign, Jahangir turned his eyes towards south, where he could not gain a complete control over, but there also he ended up signing some treaties. So these were basic information about Jahangir's reign. Now we shall see few of his achievements. One of the biggest achievements listed to Jahangir's name says that he played a great role in the popularization of art. So Jahangir was very fond of art, literature, music, painting. So he played a great role in enhancing the importance of Mughal architecture and art, paintings, etc. And he also paved the way for other artists to flourish in this aspect across the globe. Another second major achievement of Jahangir was the construction of many tombs and monuments. So Jahangir played a great role in construction of certain monuments, tombs, and few of them being Shah Begum's tomb and tomb of Itmad-ud-Dawla in Uttar Pradesh, etc. Last achievement of Jahangir says that he also initiated a policy known as chain of justice. Now this is very interesting policy, and this was his best policy which he adopted in order to serve justice to his subject. So what he did, that a long chain was placed on the walls of his palace, and anyone who is seeking justice could come there and pull that chain and register their problems and grievances. In that way Jahangir would serve justice to them. So this was probably one of his best policies adopted in the public interest. So these were some of the achievements listed under Jahangir's name. Now we shall wrap up this video with his death and succession. So finally Jahangir died on 28th of October 1627, and thus his 22 years of long reign came to an end. So he ruled for quite a long period of time, for about 22 years, and then after he was succeeded by his most favorite child Khurram, also known as the name of Emperor Shah Jahan. In the next video we will discuss Shah Jahan and how Mughal dynasty flourished to a greater extent during Shah Jahan's rule. So that was it, guys. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, then please consider liking it, sharing, and also subscribing to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram if you have any queries or doubts regarding my videos. Thank you.